Investigation Discovery's new series, All Access PD Grand Rapids, takes viewers inside the Grand Rapids Police Department, revealing the emotion and high-stakes investigations that come with wearing the badge. Chief Eric Windstrom is the Chief of Police for the Grand Rapids Police Department. He joins me now with the details. Thanks for joining us, and thank you for what you do.
Thanks for talking to me this morning, Jordan. I appreciate you.
Of course. So when you talk about giving the show all access, what exactly does that mean? Like, what are we going to be seeing otherwise that we wouldn't maybe see elsewhere?
You know, I don't think any TV show's ever done this before. It's literal all access. So we had for about 100 days cameras all over the police department, but we also had camera crews 24/7, and they had permission to go anywhere. That's go with patrol, go with our detectives. They could walk into my office, any of the command staff. So it truly is just we are being an open book. So you're going to see everything.
Yeah, it seems kind of like a different style maybe of other shows that were maybe similar. So I like that this gives us, yes, all access. So from a technical standpoint, though, what kinds of equipment was needed to give viewers this behind the curtain look?
You know, the documentary crew came in a couple weeks beforehand. They installed dozens, if not hundreds of cameras throughout the police department. But we also gave them access to our body-worn cameras, our in-car camera systems, and then they had physical crews riding around with our officers, with our detectives, even here in police headquarters. So cameras everywhere. But I think that part of the key to success was twofold. Number one is the documentary crews themselves were very much hands off. They were like just a fly on the wall. And the second thing is we have a whole generation now of police officers that are used to wearing body worn cameras. So they're almost comfortable already with just being recorded all the time. And it really went far easier than I thought it was going to.
Did you have any rules in place to make sure that, the media didn't interfere, or the documentary crew, the cameras didn't interfere with the actual police work that's going on?
The only rule we had that is if we asked the crew to step back to do so, and that was for safety reasons. Otherwise, they were welcome to record anything. And keep in mind, this 100 days took place last summer, so summer of 2024. And so a lot of the cases that we're reviewing in this series have already been to court. Some of them are still open, though. So as for example, the premiere episode, that's a murder which has not yet been closed, and we're still working on that. But really, it truly was all access.
Wow, that's, yeah, I cannot wait to see it. This is so cool. And what kinds of cases will we be following this season?
Well, we're the second biggest city in Michigan, so we have our share of violent crime. There's certainly murder investigations that they follow, but also topics of the day like the fentanyl issue that's really nationwide hasn't missed Grand Rapids either. So I think there's a whole episode really on how we're dealing with the fentanyl crisis here and fatal overdoses, which we average about one every 2 weeks or so just in our city here. So nothing was off limits for this crew. They spend many days with our patrol officers as well, you know, sort of more mundane things like traffic crashes and things. Police work can be very interesting, but for, I'd say, too long, we've been a closed off profession. So no one's really given this sort of access before. So I think it's going to be very eye-opening for people.
Yeah, it sounds very unique. But is there a particular case that stands out the most?
We had last summer, tragically, two 15-year-old children murdered. One, a young man named Millie Penn, who was just playing football with his friends and was shot numerous times, and another young lady, 15-year-old Lakeisha Williams, who was riding her scooter in downtown Grand Rapids and was probably not the intended target of a bullet, but was shot in the head and killed. And those are the most emotionally impactful for us, and the film crews were there following as those investigations unfolded.
Wow, some heavy stuff that you guys have to deal with on a daily basis. So again, thank you so much for what you do. And I want to tell everybody that All Access PD Grand Rapids airs Tuesdays at 10 on ID and then streaming the next day on Max. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thanks for having me, Jordan.
Of course. And be safe out there. And everyone at home, if you would like to see this interview again, just head to First Coast News Plus.